Welcome to Pour the Wine, It's Rom-Com Time, where we'll sip some wine and review all things rom-com on the Hallmark Channel. I'm Amy.
And I'm Gary.
And we have our favorite holiday wine glasses.
I know, right? Our Santa Claus glasses.
Yes, we bought some new ones this year. We bought a couple different sets, didn't we? Of new ones. But these are
candy canes
our
and
old-timey favorites from like, what, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago at least.
Yes.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we are missing some from the collection.
I was just going to say we had a lot more, and now we're down to a few, thanks to someone on this podcast. And I'll give you a hint. It's not me.
No. Does it run with scary?
Does it rhyme with scary? Mm-hmm. Well, today we're going to be reviewing Christmas Above the Clouds. It originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, November 8th, 2025, and you can catch it right now on Hallmark Plus.
Yes, you can.
Yes, and you can.
Also love it if you would click that follow button on social media and follow us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, like Apple or Spotify. Mm-hmm. And you can also now watch us on YouTube.
Yep.
So subscribe to us and click that bell, and you'll be notified when the next episode is coming out.
That'd be very cool. And we're on the talk. We're on the TikTok.
Oh, yes.
We're starting that. We're having some fun with that.
Yeah, we're getting a little crazy with the cheese whiz there.
Yeah, we're cut it with cheese, literally. Filled in the cheese.
Yes, that was a fun skit.
So we're having some fun. If you're on TikTok, be sure to follow us there. We'll follow you back and have some fun on that little app that we're late to the party to, right?
Yeah, I'm very late. But hey, you know what? Better late than never.
That's right. You can also send us an email to pourthewinei'sromcomtime@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts about Christmas Above the Clouds. Or
same thing.
Anything that's happened on Countdown to Christmas so far. It's hard to believe we're, 4 weeks into it already?
Right.
Nuts. Or just send us an email about anything Hallmark related.
Yeah, we'd like to hear from you.
We would love to hear from you.
So let's talk about who's in this one.
Sorry, I was just, clearing my throat with a little wine. It's fine.
I get it.
Erin Krakow plays Ella Neeser. And of course, Hallmark fans know and love her as Elizabeth on Wind Calls the Heart.
Wind Calls the Heart.
We have yet to watch, which we really need. We should probably just start watching a little bit. It'll take us a while because they're like, 14 seasons or something? I don't know how many. Don't quote me. I'm sure someone will correct me, but we could watch an episode here and there and just start rolling with it, don't you think?
I think so. I think we really do need to start doing it.
Yeah.
Now, reviewing it, I don't know.
Oh, no. We may have to, think about that. Maybe we review season at a time.
Yeah, that's good.
Watch a season and then review it. I don't know. We'll see. Erin was in 2 of our faves from last year, Santa Tell Me and Blind Date Book Club.
Right.
She was in It Was Always You with Tyler Hynes.
It was always you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Serenading now? Yes.
Yes,
we like that one. That was really cute.
Yes,
the two of them together, which is not surprising. They're together again.
I know.
Right?
And what chemistry.
And what chemistry. Yep.
Yeah.
Tyler Hynes plays Jake Phelps. Tyler is a Hallmark fan favorite, of course. He's been in more than 20 Hallmark productions, including last year's holiday touchdown, A Chief's Love Story.
Yep.
He was in all 3 Groomsmen movies, which we really loved. If you haven't seen those, go check them out. They're so, so good.
Yes.
He was in Never Been Kissed. That is super cute. We just watched that for the first time. And, we really liked him in An Unexpected Christmas also. I think that was with Bethany Joy Lenz, where they pretend to still be together when that's really cute. Of course, he is in the 3 Wise Men movies. He will be in the final installment, actually this Saturday, November 15th, 2025 at 8 p.m. Eastern, 3 Wisest Men.
Yes.
I know. We're super excited to watch that.
We are.
Can't wait.
Yep.
Can't wait. Emily Tennant plays Bobby Cratchit, Ella's assistant. Faith Wright plays the Ghost of Christmas Past. Matthew Clark plays the pilot / Ghost of Christmas Present.
Yep.
Garfield Wilson plays the Ghost of Christmases Yet to Come. And they were really good, all 3 ghosts.
Very good.
Did you think of this?
Yes.
Spoiler alert,
Excellent.
but yes. Christine Chatelaine plays Frances, Ella's sister. David Attar plays Kevin, Ella's brother-in-law. Peter Benson plays Charlie, one of Ella's employees, and you're going to hear a little bit more about Peter Benson in a minute.
Yes, you are.
Gabrielle Rose plays Marlene Jacobson. Eric Gao plays Pip. And boy, do we like him. He was so good in Return to Office.
I mean, it's almost the same character.
Yeah. Ben Fenton plays Oliver. And Daniel Shevchuk plays Tim. Tiny Tim. One would say.
Well, Christmas Above the Cloud was directed by none other Peter Benson.
Dun, dun, dun. That's pretty cool.
Playing in this movie.
Yeah.
He has several Hallmark. Yeah, he does. He has several Hallmark directing credits under his belt. He directed this year's A Royal Montana Christmas, which we really enjoyed.
We did.
And was very, very, very busy last year with Return to Office, Leah's Perfect Gift, Debbie McCumber's Joyful Mrs. Miracle, The 5-Year Christmas Party, Love on the Danube, Kissing Stars, and Blind Date Book Club.
What a year, right? And you can tell we like his work.
Yeah,
because every single movie you just named, we really enjoyed.
Movies.
Yes.
I really enjoyed them. It was written by Christine Garver and Stephanie Jackson. For Hallmark, Christine and Stephanie also wrote last year's Trivia St. Nick's.
Very cool.
Yes. Stephanie has a few more Hallmark writing credits, Christmas in Tahoe and Sweet Pecan Summer.
Pecan.
Not pecan pie.
Not pecan pie.
Yes.
Sweet Pecan Summer. We'll have to check that out. Because we did like the writing in this too. Or that's one of my, I'm giving spoilers away. Never mind. Taking it back.
Well, we kind of do that. So
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it time to drop the synopsis?
Let's drop it on the people.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You prepared? Get ready. Sit back. Take a sip. A comedic modern day reimagining of A Christmas Carol. Boom. Done.
What? I didn't even take a sip. That's crazy. Last week's was like 3 sentences, 4 sentences.
Yeah, it was pretty good when we did. Well, no, because we did. Right. We did Mistletoe Murders, and they were pretty. They were pretty good.
Long and in depth and very descriptive.
Sometimes they're really short, brief, to the point. But I mean, that's what it is. It's true.
Okay, we'll go with it then.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're probably going to drop some spoilers. So if you have not watched Christmas Above the Clouds, please stop listening to us now. Go watch the movie, then come back, and we'll be here. Let us know or do the opposite. Listen to us.
Right.
Laugh and joke with us, even though we won't be able to hear you. Then go watch it and see how we did, how the review went. How about that?
There you go. That sounds good. Either way.
All right.
Either way.
So let's get into it.
Let's dive right into it.
What did you think?
What did I think about Christmas Above the Clouds? Well, there have been a lot of iterations of A Christmas Carol, right?
Yes.
On Hallmark, and non-Hallmark.
Right.
One of our favorites is Scrooged with Bill Murray.
I know.
And I actually find myself drawn to them just because I like to see what people do with them. And of course, Ghosts of Christmas Always, one of our absolute favorites on Hallmark. But this one, I thought it was a great, fresh way to tell the story. I really thought, because I kind of was like, Christmas Above the Clouds, they're going to be on the airplane the whole time. How are they going to do? I mean, I literally was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I really enjoyed it. And Erin and Tyler have such a great chemistry. I mean, I would be shocked if they were in a film together that I didn't like.
Right.
But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a cool take and a cool way to do it. So I really enjoyed it. What about you? What was your...
I feel the same way. And I really enjoyed that this was shot on the airplane. Something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they really did a good job. Although I'm not sure I would be comfortable flying 24 hours in seats like those. But hey, you got to roll with it.
Well, if you ever want to go to Australia, it's the only way to go, right?
Which I wouldn't mind going to visit, but
I'd love to go to visit.
We'd have to get those sleeping compartments. You know what I mean? That's a long flight.
Yes.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the concept. I thought they stayed somewhat true to, A Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
I loved how they incorporated. When we'll get further into it.
Okay.
But each ghost used something with the airline to transition between the scenes. And I thought that was very, very creative.
Yes, I
And
agree.
so, I'm ready to dive in and start talking about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead.
Let's
You got a
do
favorite
it.
scene?
Well,
Or you want to talk about the meet cute first? Or
yeah, let's talk about the meet cute. What did you think?
All right.
What did you think? What was your first?
I liked how, we see Ella at first and she's kind of like this hard shell, right? She's a tough nut to crack and she's very serious and she's very work driven, of course, as goes the story. And she wants everybody to work on Christmas and she doesn't really care that she's making people work on Christmas and she's this stern person. And then she gets to the airport and, Jake, aka Tyler, Tyler Hynes, he comes up to the gate or comes up to the line, right, while she's in line. And I loved Erin in that moment because you could see her totally soften when she saw him.
Right.
I mean, you could see it. Like he just brought that out in her. And I thought that was such a great moment for a meet cute. Now they already knew each other, but they hadn't seen each other in 6 years, they said. So
it was a retake of a meet cute.
Yeah, I thought it was a great way to introduce her because you see both sides of her, at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. You see she does have that soft side. You don't have to wait until later, and then she, becomes sort of, that hard shell again. So what'd you think?
Yeah, I think it was again another creative way for the two main characters to meet again.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was funny because Ella she was telling Bobby, do something with this line.
Bobby,
like she
her
can really
assistant, right?
Yeah,
Bobby,
her assistant.
Yeah.
And I thought Cratchit, it was Bobby so Cratchit. Funny. And then that's when you hear Tyler's character's voice start to come into the scene.
Right.
And you can see, like you said, she kind of gets this thought and starts to turn, and you can see the softness or the hardness start to break in her face. And it was really good. So I say it was well done.
It was very well done. We'll have to think of some like rating system for the meet cutes. We haven't done that yet, but some, clever little rating.
Yeah, we'll get something there.
But it was really well done. I agree. Yeah. All right. You want to get into favorite scenes?
Yeah.
What you got for your first favorite scene?
Well, there's a lot of favorite scenes, but one of the ones is when she first gets on the plane and Pip, the stewardess, he's singing, the 12 Days of Christmas, and you can just see the look on her face. She's irritated. She just wants to sit down. She wants to get situated, and he's taking her luggage. He's putting it up in the overhead compartments, and then as she's sitting there getting ready to put her earplugs in, he comes down and starts singing again, and she tosses them up in the air, her earplugs.
Because he startles her a little bit.
Because he startles her.
A lot, I guess, yeah.
Can you imagine us being on an airplane and that happening to you? Like,
no,
for real.
That would be too close to me.
And that's what she says.
I wouldn't mind the singing, but it's a little personal space,
Yeah. So that was my first favorite scene. What about you?
I would have one of the scenes that I did choose as my favorite was when she's visited by the ghost of Christmas Past, played by Faith Wright, right? Because Wright,
who did a very awesome job.
She was so good. Where she's like, I'm going to need you to sit in the upright position. Just the way she delivered her lines as like a stewardess, they were. It was so. She was great, and she really made that role, I think. And like you said, the transition between the scenes, I love. She used the airport.
They're called marshlings.
Marshlings, like the directional things that they use to
direct
the plane. And that was what she would, okay, now we're going to this next scene. And she would, so I thought it was pretty cool. And I loved when, Ella says to her, because they have kind of a bumpy ride when they go to her past. And Ella's like, I need to speak to your manager. And she's like, you'll receive an email with a survey, and it, just the way she delivered all of that was so good.
Yeah, she was very, very good in this.
So that whole Ghost of Christmas Past, I loved that. So I guess it's really more than one scene, but that was one of my favorite parts.
Right. And it was one of mine too. That was going to be my second one, but you talked about it. But I just love how in the past it built up to what happened before the flight, right? Or what led up to the point of the flight.
Right.
Like how they met, Ella and Jake met.
Right. We have another meet cute, right?
We have another meet cute, which
we have the actual meet cute.
Was good. And later on, I want to talk about all the references because I thought there was plenty of references to several movies. But she was very good in this in that particular role.
But you're right.
As a second.
That's a really good point though about the second meet cute. I hadn't thought about that because that was all part of the past.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah, the librarian.
They meet at the library. So what do you think about that meet cute?
I thought it was cute. Although, was she chewing gum? What was she chewing?
Well, I couldn't tell. I'm not really sure. It was like, was she chewing that when she was sleeping? Because she fell asleep, right?
Right.
She had her head down on the table, and
he comes up and he's like, hello, it's time to go.
Right. And then don't the lights flash or something? And she's like,
the lights go out and she was like, that's weird. And he's like, that they're on timers.
But that was so sweet because then they go out and he shows her, they go to the Christmas tree.
The lighting of the Christmas tree.
The lighting of the Christmas tree, which was really cool. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
That was a good meet cute too. I didn't even think about that when we talked about, because we have meet cute and like our notes and things like, duh,
Yeah. So what was another one for you?
Another one for me, you kind of just mentioned it a little bit. I can't remember if they do it in the past or if it's in the present one where they do the montage of the years that they're together.
Yeah, that was the second. That was the present, Ghost of Present.
That was the Ghost of, okay. So, so I might be jumping ahead, but I just thought that montage was really good because you do see their relationship. You get to see it develop, but it doesn't take, it's sort of that brief period of time. You kind of see it evolve. You see her get, more into her career, and then you see her start to work more, and then you see her start to take time away more. So I thought the montage was really well done. It didn't feel like it was too much, but it was a lot of information that you got in that short period of time where they focused on year after year after year, which I thought was a great way to do that, to kind of show how they ended up broken up. Because they haven't been together in 6 years, but you don't really know what happened. You kind of see it.
Right. And I'm sorry, but that was the past. That was
still the past?
Yes,
okay.
that was still
you
the
don't
past.
Have to apologize.
No, I want to get it right.
I just couldn't remember. Yeah.
But I agree with you. It was kind of cool because they went,
you're right. That was
they went by December in the year. So it was like 2016. He proposed to her.
Right.
2017. She begins to make her work the priority. And then in 2019, she gives the ring back.
I know. She's like a workaholic, right?
Yes.
And then she's basically like, I forget what she says to him, but it's not working or something. And he's very shocked, right? Because he didn't want to break up. He just wants her to not be so focused on work. Right. And maybe spend a little time with him.
Yeah, enjoy life, and not spend all your time in your work. And he was very good. He was a gentleman.
Yes.
And he's like, okay, I understand, and he walked out the door.
Yeah.
So, but I do like how once she was done with the past, she ended up in the bathroom.
Yes. Yes. That's another, that's a cheer for me. The bathroom scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. So those were pretty cool. I'm glad he wrote it that way because that's kind of funny.
So when she comes back, when she comes back to the present time after each ghost, she ends up in the bathroom. And it was really cute. I thought that was a really cute way to bring her back, into the present. That was really well done also.
So
fun.
Another one of mine is, of course, it's the ghost of the present. And again,
he's so good.
He uses the airplane yoke, which is the steering wheel, to transition between the different scenes in the present time. And I thought it was a really, really well done. And it's so funny because when she opened the door to the cockpit and her eyes just bulged up, I was like, I wonder what's going on. And when they showed it, it was a big, long table full of food.
Oh, that's right.
And it had, what did it have? All the different pies?
It had like Vegemite.
Yes.
Have you ever had Vegemite, by the way?
Yes. I tasted it one time. One of my bosses was from Australia, and she brought it back from a vacation one time. Ooh. And I'd never tasted it. And of course, it's in the song from Minutemen, a Vegemite sandwich.
Minutemen.
Yeah. Or is it Minutemen or
no?
Midnight Oil. Men at Work. I'm sorry. Men at Work. Yes, you're right.
You said Minutemen.
And I tasted it, and I was like, yeah, not for me. Not for me. But hey, great on you if you love it.
We used to have exchange students. We had a few when I was in high school, and they would come in. One was from Australia, and she brought Vegemite, and it was... Now, if you're Australian, I apologize if you're listening to this and you're Australian, but I did not care for it. You know, I'm a picky eater anyway, but I did not care for it so much.
Right. You got to have an acquired taste for that.
Yeah, I think so. But they did have Vegemite on the table. They had figgy pudding, toffee pudding.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was various different puddings.
She's like, that's a lot of pudding.
It was. He
was really good.
He was
also
really,
the actor. Who
I'm telling you, all the ghosts were really good.
They were.
And I like the different scenes that he took Jake to. Not Jake, her, Ella.
Right.
And especially the one with her sister. I thought that was because they were talking to, her sister actually stood up for her.
Yes.
Even though her brother-in-law was kind of mad because of the way her sister felt. Yeah. And, and it's okay to feel that way. But the way her sister Frances stood up for her when you're not there to stand up for yourself, I thought was really, really good.
And that was great for Ella to see.
Yes.
Right. That even though she's not there, her sister is defending her, when the other family members have a different opinion of Ella not coming back for Christmas, not spending time with her family.
Yeah.
For the holiday. Yeah, that was a good scene.
So you have another
one? When I believe this was still the ghost of Christmas Present, where the moment when he's getting ready to leave for the trip, right? He hasn't been to the airport yet, and he flips the picture frame over the digital frame, and he says, Merry Christmas, Ella, wherever you are. And she says, I'm right here. And he looks up like he can sense her around, right?
Yeah, it reminded me
so much of like Ghost.
Yes.
The movie
that's
Ghost.
What I wrote down.
I was
that's so funny.
Oh, I just loved that part.
Yes.
And just the way Tyler Hynes looked like off into it was so good. That was so well done. So that would be.
I have that as my
favorite scene.
Or cheer. Sorry, not cheer.
Cheer. Oh, do you? That scene? Yeah.
That scene. It was
good.
So well done.
Oh. What about you?
I don't know. I guess I want to we'll stay with the ghost theme and the last ghost of Christmas Is Yet to Come. I thought it was so funny because he's the air marshal, right?
Right.
He had the badge, but he didn't. He
was good too.
Other than the badge, their transition was kind of like him just pointing. And when he took her to her grave, because she was wondering, why is everybody acting the way they're acting? Why are they clearing out my office? Those are my books and yada, yada, yada. And then he takes her to the grave and she's like, that was such a well shot scene with her, looking at the grave and putting her hand on it. Gave me chills, man.
That would be very emotional. If you see
it would be to see yourself in a grave
headstone. Yeah. Well, she didn't see herself in the grave.
No, I know. Yeah. I mean, the headstone. You're right.
Yeah, see your name on the headstone and realize, like you said, that's what everybody was mourning. Right. She didn't realize what they were doing, but then she did realize.
And he saw the scene with Jake at her sister's house and how he was sad and how his sister was sad for Jake because of what had happened. And it was really well written.
Yeah. Yeah. They
so what about you? Do you have any more?
The last one I would mention is I love towards the end, okay, you find out that the plane doesn't go anywhere, or it ended up landing in like Utah, right? They started off in New York, right? I think New York, and they landed in Utah, and it just happens to be where her sister lives. But I love the scene where, she's waiting for Bobby, her assistant, to come off the plane because, of course, Bobby is in, coach with the regular people, not in first class. And when Bobby first comes off and Ella's acting like her old self, she's like, I suppose you're going to say I should give you a bonus for Christmas.
Yes.
And Bobby's like, no, I would never say that, And then Ella apologizes to her, says she's been, really a crappy boss. And then, offers better medical and bonuses and all that kind of stuff. But I really liked the way that scene was directed also. I thought they played it really well, both of the actors in that scene. So I thought that was really great.
And not only did she do that for Bobby, but she did it for all the passengers on the plane.
Right. Well, she books the room at the what? The 5 Golden Rings Hotel, which is what was being sung all right. Because that song keeps coming up, and she goes, "Why is everyone singing that song?" Right. And then that's when you find out. That's why it was so good. The little morsels that you got throughout the entire movie was so good. And I know you're going to talk about it. You said, I guess, in the cheers, right? But like the references and things.
Yes.
But it was just really enjoyable.
Very, very well done. So,
did you have any more?
No, that was it. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But
I know.
So what about you? You have any more, or you want to move on to cheers?
Let's move on. Let's move on to cheers. What kind of cheers you got? Hey, cheers. Okay.
Well, I already told you my first one is the scene where she goes, it was the present. He takes her to Jake's house, and he's packing up to get, to go to the airport to get on the plane, and he picks up the digital picture, and it's her and him. And then, like you said, he says, "Where are you?" And he
says, "Merry Christmas, wherever
you are." And she's like, "I'm right here." I just thought, that was so well written.
Yeah, and executed.
And the lighting and the angles. It was, like you said, it was almost like a ghost moment.
It was
because that was one of the big scenes back then. So, what about you?
My biggest cheer is just that I felt like it was really smart and clever writing and storytelling.
Yes.
We've talked about that a lot throughout the whole thing. I loved all the hints that we got, or sometimes they weren't hints. They were actually completely spelled out,
That's true.
Like she says, "What the Dickens," or something, I don't know, like that. Like she mentions Dickens, but I loved that. And, like you just mentioned, the execution of all of it really coming together. That would be my biggest cheer.
Yeah. And that's a good cheer.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the fact, and they were having fun with it when they brought her back from each ghost and put her in the bathroom on the airplane. And the one passenger that was always there when the door opened, which was funny because the first time Tyler Hynes and her were in the bathroom, and she had the life jacket on that had blown up. So that was kind of funny. And then she's in by herself the second time. And the third time, it kind of reminded me of It's a Wonderful Life because she is so happy to be back. She goes, "I love you, Mirror."
Yes.
And it just reminded me of It's a Wonderful Life. So
that's right. What does she say when she comes out? She says, "Hello, beautiful Coach Laboratory."
Yes.
Because she's in the bathroom. She calls it hello. Yeah, it reminded me of "Hello, Bedford Falls."
Yes.
Hello, you're right.
Savings
I did think of that also.
Building. Yeah. So, which is a good segment into all the different references and to Charles Dickens. It's the best of times. It was the worst of times. A Christmas Carol, Bobby's son being named Tim, Tiny Tim.
Well, that's...
that was a gimme. And then you had the little kid, which we didn't mention, that was on the plane that always wanted more math problems.
Yeah.
"Please, Sarah, may I have some more?" And that's from Oliver Twist.
And his name
is Oliver.
The actor, or not the actor's name, the character name,
the character.
is Oliver.
And of course, Ella saying, "What the dickens?" And that's when she opened, when the ghost of presents showed up, and she opened the door to the cockpit.
Yeah.
That's when she goes, "What the dickens?" And of course, the play off of her name.
Yes, right? I have that as a cheer. Yeah.
So you go ahead and do that one.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because you have Ebenezer, right? Scrooge. Right. And hers is Ebenezer.
That's why I think the writing was so smart and clever.
Brilliant.
And I let, and her boss was Marlene Jacobson. Mm-hmm. And you have Jacob Marley from the original.
Yes.
I just thought that was, and the name of her travel companies, Great Expectations.
Yeah.
Was it Great Expectations Trips or Travel? Great Expectations, of course, is a Dickens novel, right?
Right.
And the main character in that is Pip. So they had Pip on the plane, the way they sprinkled those throughout was so good.
And then
Francis, even Francis is a name from a, I can't think of it right now, but it is one of it's not a major character, but it's one of the minor characters in one of Dickens' novels, which I thought was, secondary character.
And of course you had Tiny Tim at the end say, "God bless us, everyone." You
got to have that, right? You got to have that in no matter what you're doing. Or another cheer for me outside of those would just be Tyler Hynes, because, we just talked about the Groomsmen and the Wise Men movies, and where he's so good at the wit and the sarcastic delivery of lines, and he's funny, and you have all the hijinks in those movies, and but he was so good in this, no hijinks, just genuine and kind, just someone that you want to be around, someone who was understanding, and not that he doesn't also do that in some of those other movies, but he was so good. His delivery was it was like effortless for him in this movie. And I loved that 100%. About him. So that would be another, and so he's the perfect balance to her being high strung, in her career and everything. So that would be another cheer.
Okay. For me. And then that's going to bring me to, again, Hallmark. Oh
boy, are you going to say it here? Yes. Oh, I haven't thought about this in a while. Okay,
I need here we go, Hallmark. Movie that's kind of like a James Bond starring Tyler Hynes. I think he would be the perfect character for something spoofy, kind of like Sugar Plum. I think if they did something like that, but only like a James Bond type spy thing. Oh, that would be so
good. Hallmarkified James Bond. That's what they need, starring Tyler Hynes.
Yes. So I'm so glad you brought him up.
No problem.
So, do you have any jeers?
Yes. The only jeer that I would say, and this isn't even, is the scene where right before the ghost, I think it's right before the ghost of Christmas Past comes, where the lights dim. Is that where the plane shakes and the blinds on the windows go up and down? That was a little, I mean, I get what they were doing, or maybe that was before her boss came. I can't remember.
Yeah, that was the scene with her boss.
Yes. And I mean, I kind of get it, because you got to kind of transition to that, but that was a little.
Yeah, I was wondering how they were going to do that scene.
I don't want to say hijinks, but it was a little, So if I had to do a jeer, I might have done that scene a little bit differently, but I get it. it. What about you? Any jeers?
You got to throw some of that in there like that.
I know, because it is, Yeah.
Not really. I guess, no, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
You don't have to. That's all right.
I'm sorry, but I do.
Why are you apologizing? That's a good thing. That was the only thing that I was kind of like, but yeah, all good.
Well, it's okay.
It's all right.
With the budget, you can only do so much, right?
I know.
So go ahead.
What was your tinsel-topped moment?
Again, it would have to be that scene where he lifts up the frame, the digital frame.
Yeah.
That would have to be
I agree.
Yeah.
That's 100% mine. Yeah, definitely.
So out of 5 ornaments, how many would you hang on your tree?
I would hang probably 4, maybe 4.5.
I would go with 4.5.
Okay, you go with 4.5.
Yeah, because I think this was probably so far the best one. Of
Countdown to Christmas or
so
what
far.
do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Countdown to Christmas so far.
Yeah.
For me.
I mean, we've enjoyed other ones.
I've enjoyed them all, but I think this one, the flow of it, the storytelling, the different, the Easter eggs, the references, I thought it was well done.
I'd go 4.5 also, for sure. Well, 4.5 ornaments on the tree. Cut an ornament in half, and then we're good.
Drop it on the floor and break it.
Or between the two of us, that's one whole ornament. So we'd put,
There you go.
9 ornaments total on the tree.
So is that a wrap then?
That, I think, is a wrap.
All right. So, guys, if you really, really enjoyed this episode, we would really appreciate a positive review from you. And you can listen to us on either Apple or Spotify, and you can now watch us on YouTube.
Yes, you can.
Or TikTok.
Well, yeah.
Doing
watch our videos on TikTok.
Doing our little skits, which we're having fun with. So, yeah. So we would really appreciate a positive review.
We would. So. Make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcasts and on social media so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, cheers.
Cheers.